Hey, how's it going? So today, I'm not gonna talk about a review. It, it, not it. What I did want to talk about though, it's the day after the Super Bowl. That's what it. It's the day after the Super Bowl. It was the Bengals and I don't know. Oh, the Rams, the LA Rams. Duh, because I'm from LA, and when I was young, there was another version of LA Rams, but that is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the halftime show, and not because I just watched a bunch of YouTubes and even TV stuff about the halftime show and various takes on it, and people with their undies in a bunch, and other people happy and generational silliness. I liked it. It was old stuff I was familiar with anyway because of like MTV and because I'm also from LA. I don't live there now, but I'm sure it's still this way from what I understand, but it is very warm there and there wasn't like a proliferation of air conditioning in like private homes. So, the average day is about 80, somewhere between 75 and 85 or more usually now, I would think. And your windows are open, is my point. So even if you didn't have the MTV and you didn't care about rap, it's hot. Everybody's windows are open. The cars are open. The cars so loud you could hear gin and juice in your bones if they were near you. So, and I don't. I like it. I don't mind. It was not my cup of tea. Uh, but something happened while I was watching the halftime show, which I did go look at because of who was on it on the show. I was curious, and I often look. I don't like. I don't watch football though, so I'm looking at the show, and it's like all these like LA classic bands, like whatever. It wasn't like my deal at the time, but I get it. I was there for it, So it doesn't explain what happened though. So before I tell you what happened at the while I was at God, I messed up. While not Before I tell you what happened while I was watching the halftime show, I want to tell you about the same thing that happened a couple of times before, and it made no sense either time then either. Okay, so hopefully what I'm gonna say is gonna make sense. So first time this happened, I was with a new roommate who I didn't know very well, and she is prickly, let's say, and she would often say sort of things that would make me say, I guess is the best way to put it. So we're at this show, or we go to the Seattle Museum, right? And when we get in there into the lobby, there's like a black family there, and it's like a mother and father and like a few kids, and they all have dreadlocks, and they're doing a little drumming and dancing performance. So I wasn't gonna stop and watch it honestly, but she stopped, so we watched. And as we're watching, they're drumming and dancing, and they may have been singing. I don't really remember, but it's just while we're watching, for some reason, my eyes start to cry, my nose is running, and I'm like not feeling emotional, like not really feeling anything about these people. And next thing I know, my body is like freaking out and crying. And I know this new roommate I'm standing right next to, I'm thankful that she's fully engrossed in watching these people because I knew if she would have turned around and seen me, she would have never let me hear the end of it. So I just like kind of got myself together and on the fly, like wipe my nose and whatever. And she didn't even notice. Okay, so that was the first time that ever happened. Then the next time it happened, I was home and I was watching for the first time a powwow video. And it also has drumming and dancing, so maybe that's the connection. I mean, but I'm sitting there watching it, and this time I feel the crying coming on, and I'm just sitting there not having any kind of emotion about it, like I didn't think I was. And just like, the eyes start going, tearing up, the nose starts running, but I'm like sobbing. I'm like, I'm like, what is going on here? What is wrong with me? It was the weirdest thing. Like, I'm still am mystified. Like, what is that? And so, pardon me, I need to take a quick drink. So, back to the halftime show. I'm watching the songs and that, and there's music with a beat, and there's Anderson Paak, who is he's like pretty famous right now. Like even I know who he is. And he's drumming, and the sound is like really good. I heard that they paid, or Dr. Dre even himself put in like a great deal of money to make this show have the best sound production possible, and it sounded pretty good because the speakers on my TV are crappy. So I'm watching, and I'm like, this is all right, but I'm mostly looking at everybody and thinking like, 50 Cent's still kind of buff, but he got like a barrel chest, or he's like older guy thickness, or he's fat. I don't know. I was just kind of tripping out on that, and there was a couple of them that had that. But the other thing that I totally noticed, but I wasn't that bothered by, but I knew later other people like other people would be bothered by it, like a certain person that's a YouTube personality and a conservative face for one of their. I think an NGO is a nonprofit, so I guess they're like a totally for profit thing that he does. This guy, but apparently he was very freaked out by referred to it as sexual anarchy, and I thought, I bet he was talking about the 50 Cent part, because I was thinking, while he's singing in the club, I was wondering why they didn't just go with lollipop, because it was basically all women hump dancing sexuals at 50, like fuck 50, let's fuck 50, like seriously, that was what I was seeing and hearing. It wasn't what they were saying or doing, but that's what I was seeing and hearing, and that's what other people were too. And again, I'm not really like that bothered by it. It's I can tell you, in my lifetime, it's quite a change. When I was a child, that would have happened. Like everybody would have gone to jail, from like the head of the FBL, FBL. Now I'm getting the basketball and the football confused. The NFL, like the head guys and the owners, or like everybody would have been in deep trouble, because that wasn't just suggestive. That was like a diagram practically. People just get so freaked out by that. Sorry. But anyway, I'm watching that, I'm thinking these things, and then all of a sudden I'm crying again. But it wasn't the sobbing like the thing when I was watching the Power, which, holy wow, if I actually go to one of those things, like I think I might need to take a sedative or something, because I don't want to just be sobbing in this place where I will know no one, and they'll just be like, this person needs medical care. But anyway, it happened again, and it must be dancing and drumming that triggers it. It's the weirdest thing. See, like now I'm feeling weird stuff in my body just thinking about the dancing, which I'm gonna wrap it up here, but with a comment from another conservative person, and I think he's like a I don't want to call him a newscaster, because that's not quite what they do, because it's like a conservative alternative, not on the MSM type situation. But anyway, this guy tweeted how upset he was that, like, why couldn't it have been Van Halen? Nobody could dance to this music, and there's like over 100 people dancing away just fine. Like, woo! Like, I can't dance. I have a lot of nerve making this next comment, but I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, so, and it was somebody else that had a similar thought, but I was like, so you can dance to rock music? It's like, that does not. I mean, a lot of people call it dancing, but it looks like they're being electrocuted, or the floor is lava, or the HGB just kicked in, like, or not not HGB, the roofie, whatever that stuff is, something in your drink just kicked in. Like it's just not. You're no Fred Astaire. You're not even a boogaloo shrimp. You're like. So anyway, I just commented on this other person's tweet. It will be like for all of those who dance badly. This will describe those people that dance to the rock. I'm trying to say will be described as those who dance badly. Okay, I really destroyed that, but I thought it was really funny. Hey, I hate when I do that. Anyway, I just wanted to share those odd little moments with you. I have no idea what it means. If anyone sees this and you would like to constructively comment as to what you think that might be that I'm experiencing there, like it's obviously a few things, like a trigger to something that goes way back and it's deep rooted, and the drumming and the dancing makes me think of times when we didn't have like alphabet. So again, like if you have any thoughts on the matter, feel free to contribute in the comment section. And that's about all I'm going to say. Thank you and good night. Happy Valentine's Day.